Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman for the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network, doing a little better today. We've got quite a ball game here. We've got the New York Mets coming into San Francisco. I assume this is I haven't bothered to look, but I think this is the last series between these clubs and all these clubs between East and West. Inter-division play. Mets come into this 11 behind. They think they still have a chance here. They're starting to call them the amazing Mets. And the Giants are 2.5 behind the Atlanta Braves. They tied them several days ago and now have fallen back, losing 2 in a row. It's going to be Gentry with 7 wins for the Mets, and Juan Marichal, Major League leader, with 22 wins for the Giants. Both are right-handers. And let's go through our lineups here. For the Mets, it's going to be Tommy Agee leading it off in center field. Bobby File at third, Jones in left, Shamsky at first, Boswell at second, Swoboda in right, Dyer in for Grody, catching, Buddy Harrelson at short, and Gentry the pitcher. For the Giants, it'll be Mason at third, Hunt at second, Berta in right, McCovey at first, Bonds in center, Marshall in left, Dick Dietz behind the plate, Lanier at short, and Marichal going for win number 23, Rhodes Scholar for the Mets. And a very good morning to you, sir. Good morning, my man. Great to see you. Yeah, this is going to be a few minutes until the Giants take the field. I'm going to see if Kathy's going to make it. If she does, I'm going to wait just a few minutes. Just saw Kathy. Yeah, have coffee. Will play. Have coffee, we'll play Strat-O-Matic. No doubt about it. Indeed. Well, maybe Kathy will make it later. And the Giants take the field. We are at Fenway. And Tommy Agee steps in. Okay, Marichal is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Agee. That's got to be a re-roll if we need it. 3-9 right-handed, but he struck him out. And what a start for Juan Marichal. Here's Bobby File. Giants trying to get back on the winning way here. They were tied with Atlanta just a few days ago. That's 3-3, and he lines it to first, caught by McCovey, 2 away. Now here's Cleon. That's 6-6 right-handed, and he lines it to short, and Lanier makes the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Marichal. And after a half, it's Mets nothing. Giants coming about it. And we're so glad to have you here on the Sports Network, Strat-O-Matic. Gentry, the rookie, takes the mound. And Kathy Harden for the Mets. Leading it off is Don Mason for the Giants. Here's Gentry now. That's 2-7, and he flies it to center for Agee, 1 away. Now Ron Hunt. That's 5-6, and he flies it to right field for Swoboda, 2 away. And the batter is Bob Berger, left-handed hitter. McCovey on deck. That's 6-6 left-handed, and it's a base hit up the middle. Agee throws it in. Berta on with 2 outs. And here comes Stretch. There's only one reason I wouldn't walk him, and that's because Bobby Bonds is due up. Even though it's a fair bet, I'd rather face Bonds. He hit 259, I believe. Here's the pitch to Stretch, 6-12. Grounded back to Gentry. He is a 2-0. There'll be no error. There could be a rare play. That's 4-2 F1. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wrong chart. Okay. Here we go. 4-2. It's a G3, I'm sorry. A ground ball. Gentry is an E0. That's 6-12-15. And he throws him out on the ground ball to retire the side. So it's no runs, 1 hit, the single by Berta. And after 1, it's a scoreless game. Here's Juan Marichal, retired the side in the first. It'll be Shamsky leading it off. Gil Hodges has his platooned lineup, stocking his lineup with left-handed hitters. And the name in the form of Shamsky, Boswell. Well, that's about it, actually. Of course, Harrelson is a switch hitter. So not quite stocked. Usually they use Eddie Kranepool. He could be hurt. They use Kranepool at first and Shamsky in right. Kranepool also a left-handed hitter. Here's Shamsky now. Pitch from Juan, 6'9", and he grounds it to short to Lanier. He's a 229. That's a G1. A 29 Lanier. That'll be 6'10", 14, crossed with a 29, and he throws him out, and that's one away. Here's Kenny Boswell. Here's Marichal now, and the pitch. 3-9, and he struck him out in the sea of trouble. And that's the second for Juan, 2 outs. And here's Swoboda. Ah. 6-6 right-handed, lines to short to Lanier, and the side is retired. Another 1-2-3 for Marichal, and watch out if he's in a groove tonight. Still no score, middle of the second. Here's Gentry. He'll face Bonds, Marichal, and Dietz. Bobby Bonds steps in. That's 6-7 right-handed. Struck him out. Now Dave Marichal, left-handed hitter. That's 2-8. Struck him out. That's 2 in a row for Gentry, the rookie. And now Dick Dietz. 1-6, struck him out, and he struck out the side. We've gone 2. It's a scoreless game. Here's Juan now to do his third inning. Dyer, Harrelson, and Gentry. Mets top of the third. Here's the windup and the big kick by Marichal. That's 3-10, and it's tapped back to Juan, and he throws it over to McCovey, 1 out. Now Buddy Harrelson, switch hitter, batting left. .38, and it's a fly to center. And Bonds makes the catch, 2 outs. And now Gentry. For 6. Oh, Gentry with a base hit. First base runner, first hit allowed by Marichal. And if you don't think that's realistic, Gentry doubled against the Orioles in Game 3 of the World Series this year in real world. I'll never forget seeing Gentry on the replays, of course. I don't remember as a kid, but standing at second, a bit dumbfounded. Like, how did I get here? So Gentry's on first with 2 outs, and here's AG now. And Marichal will work from the stretch. And that is a 3-11. And he grounds it to second for Hunt. Throws to McCovey, and the side is retired. So, no runs. The first base runner, a single by Gentry. Left on base, middle of the third, still a scoreless ball game. Hal Lanier leads it off. Marichal out on deck. They're already being treated to a good game. If you like pitching, this is a good game thus far. Lanier at the plate. And the pitch from Gentry. And he grounds it to second for Boswell. Throws it over to Shamsky at first, 1 out. And here comes Marichal. A 2 WR. That's 210, and he struck him out. Would have been a walk if he was a 1. And that's the 4th by Gentry. We go back to the top of the order. 2 outs, nobody on. Don Mason is the batter, left-handed hitter. Five, grounds it to short X. That'll be for Buddy Harrelson. He's at 227. 12-2. It's a G1. 27. That's 6-10-12. Oh, he boots it for an error. A rare error by Buddy Harrelson. And Mason is on. Here's Ron Hunt. Okay, Gentry now. That's 6-4, right-handed, flies it to center for AG. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, the error, 1 left. No score after 3. We're in a pitcher's duel here. Marichal on the mound. He'll face File to start it off. Jones on deck, then Shamsky. File popped to first in the first. Here's Marichal. 3-9. And he pops it up to second this time. For Hunt, 1 out. Here's Cleon. .311, and that is a ground ball to third, stopped by Mason. A beautiful play, and he throws it to McCovey for the second out. It was 1-11, but it was a 12. Dandy of a play by Don Mason. 2 outs now, and here's Shamsky. That's a reroll. That's going to be 6-8, left-handed, fly ball left field for Marichal, and it's another 1-2-3 for Marichal. So the pitching is primo today, this morning. Scoreless ball game, bottom of the fourth. Gentry, the rookie, on the mound. No runs, 1 hit, 4 strikeouts in 3 innings. Here's Berta, who has the only hit, a base hit in the first. Only hit for the Giants, at least. Gentry got the only hit for the Mets, a base hit. Pitch to Berta, 5-8, left-handed, pops it to second for Boswell. 1 away. Here's Stretch now. One column, you're in trouble. 3-4, lines it to second, caught by Boswell. 2 outs. Now Bobby Bonds. "2-9, struck him out for the second time, and that's the 5th for Gentry. And the side is retired. We've gone 4 scoreless innings. Both pitchers really on their game today, battling it out. And here's Boswell to face Marichal, top of the 5th for the Mets. Boswell fanned in the second inning. That's 3-6, and that's going to be a drive hit out into the gap. It's dropping for a double, a leadoff double by Boswell. Here's Ron Swoboda now. Swoboda 0 for 1. Marichal from the stretch. That's 5-9, and he grounds it to short, holding Boswell, Lanier. Throws it to McCovey, 1 out. And here's Duffy Dyer. For 7, and that's a base hit. Boswell rounding third, comes home. And the Mets score first here. In the top of the 5th, the leadoff double by Boswell, and with 1 out, Dyer singles him home. Nice to see Duffy get a big hit today. Yeah, 1-0 Mets, and here's Buddy Harrelson. Dyer on first, 1 out. Buddy, switch hitter, batting left. That's 3-7, and there's a base hit to left field. Dyer goes to second and holds. And now Gentry, who got the first hit for the Mets, he's an A bunter. Well, Gil Hodges is an interesting guy. He's going to have him bunt with 1 out. Not that that's something you shouldn't do. The infield stays back. He may beat this out. A beautiful bunt by Gentry, and no, it's hit back to Marichal, and his only play is to first, but it's 2 outs, and now Buddy Harrelson, it's second and third. Harrelson on second, Dyer on third. Agee now in a clutch situation. That was a big hit by Dyer, no doubt about it. Or Harrelson, whichever you're saying. I thought Dyer was huge. 2 outs now. Marichal trying to get out of this. And the pitch to Agee, 4-3, right-handed. Base hit up the middle for Agee. Dyer comes home. Harrelson rounding third. He's going to have to go against Bonds -4. He may come home with 2 outs. Buddy Harrelson, 1-16, 2 outs, 1-18, -4, 1-14. He's coming home. Here's the throw from Bonds, and he's safe. So 2 runs knocked in by Agee with a clutch hit. And the Mets take a 3-0 lead off Marichal. Dietz coming out to have a word with his pitcher. So some real good hitting here for the Mets. The leadoff double by Boswell, the single by Dyer, then Harrelson singled to knock in, to get it going, and then Agee with a 2-out base hit. So I guess Gil Hodges comes through again with his plan to have Gentry lay it down with 1 out. Okay, Marichal is ready. Here's Bobby File. That's 1-3. And he pops it up behind the plate. That's going to be for Dietz. He makes the catch and the side is out, but 3 big runs for the New York Mets on 4 hits and 1 left on. Very little waste. And we're in the middle of the 5th. It's a 3-0 ball game. Now the big question is, will Gary Gentry hold up? If the Mets win, that puts them within 10.5 games of the first place Pirates. If the Giants lose, they'll fall back 3 behind. Okay, Gentry is ready. Dave Marshall to lead it off, struck out in the 2nd. The pitch to Marshall, 3-8, pops it up to first for Shamsky, 1 away. Now Dick Dietz. Dietz struck out in the 2nd. And that's 6-9 right-handed. He walked him. So Dietz is on, and here's Hal Lanier now. Switch hitter batting left. Okay, Gentry. That's 3-3 right-handed. Flies it to right field for Swoboda. 2 outs. And Marichal is coming up to the plate. .68 right-handed, flies to center for Agee, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, a walk to Dietz, left on base. We've gone 5. We'll take a little break. It's 3-0 Mets on a big 3-run inning in the 5th. Marichal will come out and face Jones, Shamsky, and Boswell. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. Here's Juan Marichal now. He allowed 3 in the 5th on that big inning for the Mets. And that's where it stands, 3-0. And it's going to be Cleon leading it off. Shamsky, then Boswell. Okay, here's Juan. The wind up, the big kick, and the pitch to Cleon. That's 2-9, and he struck him out. That's the 3rd for Marichal. Here's Art Shamsky. Shamsky 0 for 2. 2-7, and that's going to be a double down the line. So the Mets are hitting Marichal today. Since after the 4th, they've been hitting. A double by Boswell. Shamsky. And here's Kenny Boswell with 1 out. From the stretch and the pitch. That's 2-3, and he grounds it to short, holding Shamsky. 2 outs. And Swoboda in a clutch situation. Ron 0 for 2. Whew. Here's the pitch to Swoboda. That's 3-8, and he struck him out, and that's the 4th for Marichal. No runs, 1 hit, the double by Shamsky. Left on base, middle of the 6th now. Still 3-0. Here's Gentry now. Still going strong. His first endurance is next inning, the 7th. No runs, 1 hit allowed. He's walked 1, struck out 5. A superlative performance by the rookie Gary Gentry. And it'll be the top of the order, Don Mason. 0 for 2 reached on the error by Harrelson. Gentry gets the sign from Dyer and the pitch to Mason. That's 4-8 left-handed. Hits it to second to Boswell. And he throws it over to Shamsky, 1 away. Now Ron Hunt 0 for 2. And the pitch to Hunt. Whoops. That's 5-6 right-handed, fly ball right. And under it is Swoboda, 2 outs. Gentry really performing beautifully today. Now Bob Berta. Mets haven't had a performance like this from one of their starters in some time. Here's the pitch to Berta. And that's 6-10 left-handed, fly ball to left for Cleon. And it's a 1-2-3 for Gentry. And we've gone 6. It's 3-0 Mets. Here's Juan Marichal. Dyer, Harrelson, and Gentry in the top of the 7th. Marichal gets the sign. Hey, Mike, how are you? Happy Thanksgiving to you, Mike. Great to see you. Mets lead at 3-0, top of the 7th, Marichal. Here's the pitch to Dyer. Gentry shutting the Mets out, 4-6, and that is a base hit for Dyer. Another hit for Dyer. He's 2 for 3 today. Here's Buddy Harrelson. Gentry comes out on deck. One five, he flies it to left for Marichal, 2 out, 1 out. And here's Gentry. They're going to do it again. Will he lay it down again? Not this time. Here's the pitch to Gentry. 3-8. He struck him out. That's the 5th for Marichal. And here's AG, 1 for 3. It's Dyer on first, 2 down. Four right-handed catcher X. Not too many X's today. Dietz of 415. It's going to be 8-4. That's a PP. $15. That's 6, 8, 10, 15. PP. And the ball gets away from Dietz. It's a pass ball, and Dyer goes to second. Pass ball. Charge to Dick Dietz. So that puts Dyer in scoring position for AG. Here's Marichal. 2-8, and it's a base hit to left. This might score Dyer. He's not too fast. Dyer 1-10, 2 outs, 1-12. He's coming home. Here's the throw from Marichal. And he's safe. Dyer slides in. 3rd run batted in for AG. He goes to 3rd, and it's a 4-0 ball game. Mets are hitting Marichal today. Now here's Bobby File. This is a good all-Met game today. Two-5. It's a base hit to left for File. And this might score AG. 1-17. 2 outs, 1-19. They let him come home. Holding File at first. A big clutch hits here. The pass ball by Dietz. Putting Dyer in scoring position. Then with 2 outs, the single by AG scoring Dyer. And then File knocks home AG. There's action in the Giants bullpen. Nobody pitched. This was won by the Giants 5-0, I believe, 5 or 6-0. I don't remember. And warming up is Ron Herbel, the right-hander. Herbel. Here's Cleon now. 2 runs in, 5-0 Mets. Here's Marichal. And that's 5-6 right-handed, and he struck him out. And that's the 6th for Marichal. The side is retired, but 2 runs on 3 hits, a pass ball, 1 left on. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th inning stretch now. It's the New York Mets 5, the San Francisco Giants nothing. The big story today is Gary Gentry 6 shutout innings, 1 hit, the single to Berta in the first. He's walked 1, struck out 5. Not to mention, the Mets have scored 5 runs off Marichal. It's going to be McCovey to lead it off. And this will be Gentry's first endurance inning. And there's 2 Mets warming. It's Jack DeLauro and Ron Taylor, a lefty and a righty respectively. They pitched in this game in real world. DeLauro and Taylor warming in the bullpen. So Hodges taking no chances here today. McCovey 0 for 2. Gentry, the pitch to McCovey. And that's a 4-11 left-handed. Grounds to second for Boswell. 1 away. It just keeps, Gentry keeps making the Giants hit it in the ground, popping it up, flying it up. Here's Bonds. .57 right-handed, grounds to second X. That'll be Boswell. He's a .334. That's 19.3 G1. 34. That's 12.15, 34. And he throws him out. 2 away. Gentry has the stuff today. Here's Dave Marichal now. Marichal 0 for 2. Okay, Gentry. Into his windup. The pitch to Marichal. 3-2. And that is a base hit by Marichal. Second hit of the ball game allowed by Gentry. 2 outs. And here's Dick Dietz. Giants down by 5 here. Bottom of the 7th. Pitch to Dietz, 3-10, fly to right. And Swoboda's there. And the side is retired. So we've gone 7. 5-0 Mets. A big Mets ball game here. Marichal now. First endurance is not until the 9th. They'd like to have him get through this inning, and then they'll pinch hit for him in the bottom of the 8th. Shamsky 1 for 3, doubled left on in the 6th. Five runs, 9 hits for the Mets off Marichal. The pitch to Shamsky. 110, popped him up to first. And McCovey makes the catch, 1 away. Now Kenny Boswell. Two 9, grounds it to first. McCovey takes it himself. 2 outs. And here's Swoboda. Ron 0 for 3. Okay, Marichal. And the pitch, 2-6. He struck him out. So Marichal has had great moments in this ball game. Another 1-2-3 for him. And we're heading to the bottom of the 8th. Here's Gentry now. He'll face Lanier. There'll be a pinch hitter for Marichal. He didn't walk anybody. He struck out 7, but he allowed 5 runs. And it will be Herbal coming in. Let's see who's sitting here. Well, first Lanier steps in. Switch hitter batting left against Gentry, the right-hander. Lanier is 0 for 2, and the pitch. That is 5-6, left-handed, grounds it to first. Shamsky takes it to the bag, 1 away. And here's a hitter now. A pinch hitter for Marichal. It's going to be Willie Mays. Mays been bothered by some soreness lately, but he's well enough to hit. So here comes Mays. He gets a hand from the crowd. Okay, Gentry now. And that's 2-8, and he grounds it to second. And Boswell throws Mays out. We'll be seeing Mays in September, probably on a more regular basis. He only had 403 at bats, but he's been spotty in the lineup, in and out. But he's getting better now. We expect to see him in what the Giants hope is a pennant race, at least enough to put them in the lead. Here's Don Mason, 2 outs, nobody on. Gentry has been spectacular today. No runs, 2 hits. Here's Gentry now. Pitch to Mason. 5-7, left-handed, grounds to second X. Boswell again. That'll be a 334. That's 13-3. That's a G2. 34. That's 5-10-11. And he throws him out. And that's another 1-2-3 for Gary Gentry. Wow. What a performance today. Well, Ron Herbal is the new pitcher. The Mets have knocked Marichal out of it. Marichal, the loser of record, and Ron Herbal comes up in. It's going to be Dyer to lead it off. Dyer 2 for 3, singled twice, scored twice, knocked in a run. I don't know who did better, him or Agee. Agee 2 for 4, 3 runs batted in, scored 1. Both of them. But none of them compare to the value of Gentry today. Here's Herbal. That's 5-4 right-handed, grounds to third X. That's for Mason, a 365. Oh, that's an S2. Let's see if he boots it or not. 65. That's as bad as you can be. Whoa. 5-10-11. And no, he throws him out. I'm sorry, it's a base hit for Dyer. And look at Duffy Dyer. He's pretty proud of himself, standing on first, 3 for 4 today. It's 5-0 Mets, top of the 9th. If you're looking ahead, it'll be Hunt, Berta, and McCovey for the Giants in the bottom of the 9th. From the stretch, Herbal. 3-4, grounds it to third, forcing Dyer. It's 1 out and Harrelson is on. And here comes Gary Gentry. Gary 1 for 2, singled, sacrifice to help set up a run or more, and then he struck out. Here's Herbal. 3-8 struck him out. And AG 2 for 4. It's 2 outs. Harrelson is on first. 4-4 right-handed, grounds to short X. And that'll be Lanier 229. 10-2. That's a G1. 29. 5, 6, 7, 8. And he throws him out. And that is the side. We're heading to the bottom of the ninth. It's been all Mets today. And it's been all Gary Gentry. Gentry, a 2-hit shutout coming into the ninth. He's walked 1, struck out 5. And it's going to be the heart of this lineup. Hunt, Berta, McCovey, Bonds. Let's see what happens. DeLauro and Taylor available if needed. This is Gentry's 3rd endurance inning. He's fresh as a daisy. Hunt is 0 for 3. The pitch from Gentry. 5-10. Right-handed, grounds to short, Buddy Harrelson. 227, 22, G1, 27, 8-11, and he throws him out, 1 away. We've had a couple 2-hitters. This is an amazing performance by Gary Gentry. Bob Berta, the batter, left-handed hitter, 1 for 3 today. 1-3, and he grounds it to first. Picked up by Shamsky, takes it to the bag himself. 2 away for stretch. Number 39, Gary Gentry. 1 out away from a 2-hit shutout against Marichal and the Giants. Gentry gets the sign from Dyer, the windup, and the pitch to McCovey. Oh, 1-5, there it goes. A long drive to right, and it's out of here. So it just goes to show you it's really hard to shut the Giants out. Gary Gentry allows a home run to stretch McCovey. I knew when I saw the 1, I know 1 column you're dead. 1-5 clean as a baby's ass. And that makes it a 5-1 ball game, but it's probably too little too late for stretch. That's number 42. So he's getting into challenging. He's getting close. He had 45 in real world and was the most valuable player in baseball. With that home run, he is already the leader in the National League. And that puts him 3rd in all of baseball behind Jackson with 45 and Howard with 43. He's been coming on lately. Yeah, well, we'll still give a lot of credit to Gary Gentry. Here's Bobby Bonds now. It's a 5-1 ball game. Here's Gentry now. The windup. And the pitch to Bonds. 4-11 right-handed. There's a base hit for Bonds. I'd ordinarily have him steal at 1-15, but we need more than a run for the Giants. One hitter walk away, Gary Gentry, from fatigue. He may be tiring, but this should not take away from the superlative performance by Gentry through 8 2/3 innings. Okay, Marichal comes up. Gentry gets the sign from Dyer from the stretch with Bonds on first. And the pitch to Marichal. That's 6-3 left-handed. It's a base hit to left field. And Bonds goes to second. They'll let him go to third. And that's going to be it for Gentry. Out comes Gil Hodges, having a talk with him. And that's going to be it. He's motioning to Ron Taylor, the right-handed hitter, to face Dick Dietz. Now, Dietz can tie this. No, I'm sorry. It's a 5-1 game. Gentry went 8 2/3. He's the winner of record. Taylor will not be eligible for the save. He allowed 5 hits, 3 of them in this inning. He obviously tired. He walked 1, struck out 5, and has allowed 1 run thus far. Responsible for Marichal on first, Bonds on second. And here's Ron Taylor, who became a physician. Ron Taylor coming in to finish it off, taking his warm-ups. He's ready. Still a great game. And I don't mind that this happened in the 9th. I don't think it takes a lot away from Gentry. There's no denying he pitched great baseball. But let's just see, make sure Taylor can get Dietz. And it's very realistic for something like this to happen in the 9th. Okay, Taylor is ready. Dick Dietz, who hit some home runs earlier this month when he came in from an injury to start catching more regularly. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Taylor is ready. From the stretch now, Taylor. And the pitch to Dietz. That's 1-6. Struck him out, and that is the ball game. And look at that. Gentry, the first one to come out and shake Taylor's hand. That's teamwork, all right. Final score, and it's a very satisfying win for the Mets. New York Mets 5, San Francisco Giants 1. Gentry gets the win, his 8th of the year. It was a nice game, no doubt about it. Taylor came in, struck out Dietz to finish it off. Marichal the loss. Herbal pitched 1. Final line, New York Mets 5 runs, 10 big hits. 9 of them off Marichal. They made 1 error. Giants 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors. So I have both of these games to put in. I usually don't do that, but I went ahead besides updating. And that's the ball game. It was a great game, Kathy, and so realistic. I mean, I just think every element of this ball game was realistic. I had a great time, and it's only because of all of you. Mike Terranova, Uh, and of course, you, Kathy, Rhodes Scholar may not be here, maybe he is here. Thanks, I'm enjoying that. I'm going to get some shut-eye and try to that experiment to do something on the outside world that's worthwhile and fun. And stay strong, everybody. We have one more game for this date, August 29, and then we'll do full updates. That final game will be the Oakland A's at the Washington Senators, a sort of a snoozer. But they're both pretty good clubs. It's going to be Jim Nash for the A's and Jim Hannon for the Senators. Two Jims. Mike Epstein is back in the lineup after being out for about a week. Stay strong, everybody. Kathy, I appreciate it. Mike, stay well. Thank you very much. And I'll catch you, a Rhodes Scholar, if you're here. And I'll take care. Thank you.